Do you wake up on Sunday morning and the first thing you feel is a tightness in your chest thinking about Monday? Or maybe you're always irritated with your family and friends, even when they haven't done anything wrong. These aren't just bad days. Science shows they can be clear signs that your job is destroying your mental health. And worse, according to the World Health Organization, 75% of people experience burnout at some point in their professional lives, but most don't recognize the signs until it's too late. In this video, I'll show you 5 scientific signs that your brain is crying out for help. And believe me, recognizing this now can save you years of your life. Welcome to PSYCHOCARREIR, the channel where science explains what happens in your workday. I'm Jonas, and here there's no guesswork or generic coaching. Everything you'll see is based on research from universities like Stanford and Harvard, and data from the World Health Organization. Before we begin, an important note. This video is educational. If you are suffering severely, seek a psychologist or psychiatrist. Mental health is serious. Now, let's look at the 5 signs. Sign number 1, disproportionate irritability outside of work. You get home and explode over small things. Your partner forgot to buy milk, and you react as if it were the end of the world. Your friends make an innocent comment, and you feel attacked. This isn't a lack of patience. It's emotional exhaustion. A study published in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology in 2022 showed that professionals in the early stages of burnout experience a 53% reduction in tolerance to everyday frustrations. What's happening? Your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for regulating emotions, is overloaded. When you spend the whole day managing stress, anxiety, and frustration at work, your brain simply doesn't have the energy to manage emotions at home. It's like a battery that's run out of charge. And then anything becomes a trigger. If you recognize yourself in this, pay attention. It's not your fault, but it's a red flag. Sign number 2, Sunday night insomnia. You manage to sleep well on Friday and Saturday, but when Sunday arrives, your brain won't shut down. You toss and turn in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about the email you need to answer, the meeting on Monday, that pending task. This even has a scientific name, Sunday Scaries. The American Psychological Association published a study in 2023 showing that 41% of American workers experience anticipatory anxiety on Sundays. In Brazil, although we don't have such precise data, research indicates similar numbers. What causes this? Your body is trying to psychologically prepare itself for a situation it perceives as threatening. It's the same fight or flight response our ancestors had when faced with a predator. Only now, the predator is Monday. And when this becomes routine, it's not just tiredness. It's your nervous system telling you something is wrong. Sign number 3, depersonalization, or the feeling of being on autopilot. You are physically present at work, but mentally absent. You answer emails without thinking, participate in meetings without truly listening, perform tasks like a robot. At the end of the day, you barely remember what you did. This is one of the 3 classic pillars of burnout, according to the Maslach Burnout Inventory. Consider the gold standard for diagnosis. Christina Maslach, a psychologist at the University of Berkeley, describes this as an unconscious psychological defense. Your brain is protecting you from an environment it considers emotionally harmful, creating an emotional distance. It's as if you were watching your own life from the outside. The problem? When you disconnect from work in this way, you also begin to disconnect from yourself, your passions, your values. Even your relationships begin to seem distant and meaningless. Sign number 4, increasing cynicism and negativity. You, who were once engaged and optimistic, now complain about everything. The company is always wrong. Your colleagues are incompetent. Projects don't make sense. Nothing is worthwhile. You realize it, but you can't stop. This isn't just being picky. It's another central component of burnout. A longitudinal study by Stanford University followed 3,000 workers for 5 years and found that cynicism is often the first observable sign of burnout, appearing months before physical symptoms. Why? Because when your brain realizes it's in a chronically stressful environment with no prospect of improvement, it changes how it interprets reality. It's a defense mechanism. If nothing matters, you don't need to care. And so you don't feel the pain of constant disappointment. But here's the danger. This cynicism isn't limited to work. It contaminates your worldview, your relationships, your dreams. You begin to doubt everything and everyone, including yourself. Sign number 5. Physical symptoms that doctors can't explain. Frequent headaches, digestive problems, chronic muscle tension, especially in the neck and shoulders. You go to the doctor, have tests done, and nothing shows up, but the pain continues. This happens because your body and mind are not separate. When you are under chronic stress, your body constantly produces cortisol, the stress hormone, and excess cortisol causes systemic inflammation, suppresses your immune system, and tenses your muscles. Research from the Mayo Clinic showed that 80% professionals with burnout experience at least 3 recurring physical symptoms. Your body is literally screaming what your mind doesn't want to admit. You can't take it anymore. And here's something important. These symptoms don't go away with short vacations. You can take a week off, come back feeling a little better, but in 2 or 3 days it's all back. Why? Because the problem isn't the lack of rest. It's the work environment itself. So, did you identify with any of these signs? Or perhaps all of them? First, take a deep breath. Recognizing the problem is the first step to solving it. But be aware, burnout doesn't resolve itself. It's not a matter of being stronger or enduring a little longer. If you are consistently experiencing 3 or more of these signs, here are your next concrete steps. First, talk to someone you trust. It could be a friend, family member, or mental health professional. Naming what you're feeling already takes some of the weight off. Second, seriously assess whether this job is worth your health. I know it's not easy, that you have bills to pay, but no salary is worth your mental sanity. Third, seek professional help. Therapy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And today there are accessible and even free options through the public health system, SUS. And lastly, if the problem is the environment, no meditation or stress management technique will solve it. You will need to change the environment or leave it. I know it's scary, but you deserve to work in a place that doesn't destroy you. If this video helped you better understand what's happening to you, leave a like. And if you know someone who needs to see this, share it with them. It might be the push they needed. Subscribe to the channel to receive more content about work psychology based on real science. In the comments, tell me, have you ever experienced any of these signs? How did you deal with them? I'll read them all and respond to as many as I can. See you in the next video. And remember, your mental health is worth more than any job. Hugs and see you soon.